All right. It's always cold out here. Okay, so I'm out here today at another cold, windy spot in Canada, and I'm going to review the, what is this thing called? This is the JJRC. It's called the Cetus X8 drone. And let me just find, there's a battery around here someplace. It's pretty cold. We'll put that in. Nice little modular battery slides in. It gets about 18 minutes of flight time. It's got a little 1080p camera in the front. Apparently, this drone, if you look at it, here I'll just hold it back or hold it close. This is extremely familiar looking. It looks like the JJRC Bugs 2, well, Bugs 2 Special Edition if you want. It's very nice and shiny. It's all in black. Apparently what they did with this drone here is they fixed any camera problems. So the JJRC Bugs 2 SE, I remember I reviewed that one, and the camera sometimes had choppy video. This one does have a micro SD card on the side, but apparently they fixed it in this version. So the video is supposed to be really smooth. I haven't checked it out, but I'm gonna do that now. So I'm gonna go fly it. It's windy out here, and of course it's winter, so hopefully this doesn't freeze up, but let's go check it out now. Oh yeah. And now a super quick unboxing of the JJRC Cetus Wi-Fi brushless drone with GPS. Here we go. First thing in the box would be the instructions. Here we see the drone itself. It's a very shiny plastic. Over here we have a Phillips screwdriver and a prop removal tool. You can see it right here in the bag. Over on this side, this attaches to your controller. This is what you put your cell phone in. And right here, this is your charging system for the battery itself. And this big block with the props already installed. On the front, you can see you have your little camera here. Just make sure you take that plastic off. Over on the side is where you put your micro SD card so you can record the video from the camera right to that. Brushless motor is very powerful. LED lights right here. On the bottom, there's basically nothing, just a venting system. One good thing about these drones, I don't know if I've mentioned in previous videos, if you notice they're very tightly enclosed. You can fly these in the snow. You can fly these even when it's raining a bit because water will not get in. Just don't get it soaking wet. On the back you have the battery itself, and if I pull that out, it's not all the way in. You can see right here it has yeah, that's an XT30 connector. Battery specs are written right on the side. It is a 7.4 volt 18 milliamp battery. We have the controller here and the spare props here. These controllers are super nice in the hand because you see how my hands go around here? It fits nicely. You grip it this way and it's pretty decent to hold on to. There are little which you would think are buttons on the back, but they are inactive. You'll have to put 4 batteries back here. And you have a nice little display system here. After you have the batteries on, you can turn your GPS on or off. For beginners, you have headless mode here, on or off. And up here, you have your takeoff and land. That's to start your motors. And over here, you have your return to home. And this is for photo or video, just depends how long you hold it down. And these little antennas are for show, but they do make it very nice to sit your little controller down and have it balance sitting up so you can work on stuff. All right, there's the battery. I'm just going to slide it in, not all the way, so I don't want it to start up. Flip it upside down so it's nice and flat. Put it on the scale and let it balance. There we go. 440 grams. This is a place I usually film. It's a little bit out of the wind. I've got a little park over there. And here's the drone here. I'm going to take off from this little bit of cement, put it down on my nice little wet ground here. So I'm going to turn the GPS on right here. That's GPS on, and that's headless mode, and I don't want headless mode. So the drone will start to look for GPS as soon as I do the compass calibration, which is basically just spin it 3 times. 3 times, and all my lights should be pretty much solid. They're solid, so we're all good to go. 10 GPS right here, so it's all set to go. Hit this button to start the little motors. Let's go. There we go, start, and there's another button here to take off. Hit that. GPS should hold it in place with the wind blowing. Full blast. In the wind. Oh yeah. Spin it around. There we go. I'm going to take it that way. So how is the video? You're seeing this on the screen. I can only see it on my little phone here. Man, is that fast. I'm going to put it in follow me mode now. Hit this little icon. There we go. You want to follow me? Yes. There we go. The drone is looking for my phone. It has it. And see if it follows me this way. Come on, drone. Yes, I'm going through all this snow here. Where are you? Hey, there it is. It followed me. Good. So it follows me over here. Obviously, it can't avoid objects, so right here, see all this? It would just crash into this if I come to it. Yeah, it's going over to it now. It wants to go into that, so I'm going to stop doing that. And with these follow me's, you do have this ability. Watch this. Let me just put it this way. If I go at it, It should go backwards. Go backwards. There we go. I'm not doing anything. It's flying backwards. I've got it up in the air. It's probably a better follow me from up there. I'm going to take it up a bit higher. So I'm going to put it in orbit mode. And orbit mode, I've got the radius set at 10 meters. So there we go. I'm going to hit yes. And it's going to go and do an orbit. I'll not do anything. There it goes. These are one of the easiest drones to use, and probably, I don't know how many times I've recommended this drone for beginners, because they're not very expensive. And you can get them with 1 battery, 2 batteries, 3 batteries. You can get them with a case. This one that I have only came with 1 battery, no case. It's very basic, but it does everything you need. The video is 5G Wi-Fi, so make sure your phone is 5G. Also, it has a range of 300 meters, which is quite far. You know, I can go quite a distance, 300 meters, before it will want to return to home. It's a really decent drone, that's for sure. What else do I have on here? I have points of interest, so I can put this up and go to the points of interest. There we go. On my screen, I just drew a whole bunch of points. You can see it, but I don't see the map. All I see is a big green thing. So I don't know where those points are, but I'm gonna tell it to go. So I'm gonna hit submit and see what happens. I don't know where the route is I just drew, but there it goes. You know, I might have drew that a mile away. Holy crap, I did do it a mile away. When I drew that map, it must have been over the parking lot. That's the problem when you don't have, here, I'll run over to it. That's the problem when you don't have the map on your phone. For some reason, all I had was a big green thing, as you saw in the picture. But it's doing its little waypoints over here. So it's going from one waypoint to another to another. There's a green dot on the right. That's me. The blue dots I drew, that's the parking lot. So it's doing the waypoints over there. All right, so the flight time on this thing here is 18 minutes, but out in the cold you get about 15. What I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna try the return to home. I'm gonna send the drone way the heck down there. Oh, that's a bad sign. When you hear that, that means it's almost out of power, so I gotta bring it return to home. So here I'll hit the return to home, see if there's enough power to come back. It's high. I've got it super high in the air. It's either gonna fall out of the air or come and land where it's supposed to. On the way down, it actually comes down quite slow. It doesn't come down speedy fast. But I'm surprised, even with the amount of power, it's still coming down nicely. And I took off right over here on this little bit of cement, and look at that. It's coming back exactly where it took off. The GPS on these drones is just amazing. So there it goes. All right, YouTube land, now it's the indoor test of a GPS drone. I'm starting to do this more and more in my videos because people who buy these GPS drones want to know if you can fly them indoors. This one does not come with prop guards. It's very much an outdoor drone, but let's try it indoors. So we'll stick this in. Starts up, let's put her down and get it ready to go. All right, hopefully you can hear me from over there. I'm using the mic far, far back there. Turn on the controller, and there we go. We're all set to go. Now, the GPS drone, like the Bugs, has this little problem where it thinks it's outside all the time. It does not think it's inside. So even though you can't do a compass calibration indoors, you have to do one anyways. It's just for show. So you do your normal 3 things. All solid colors, that's what you want. Now you can fly it indoors. It thinks it has a compass calibration, but honestly, there's no compass calibration. And before you fly, make sure you take your little joysticks and pull them both down to the left. Your drone, I don't know if you can see it flashing back there. That's just to adjust the gyros so that it knows it's level and stable, so when it takes off, it does its thing. So now you start the motors. There we go. Whoa, if I ever got that close to my desk, this could be dangerous. And you take off. There we go. So you have to control it indoors because there's no GPS in here. So keep that away from my head with spinning blades of death. So you can fly it indoors. All right, so that was a super quick test of flying this here drone indoors. Just remember, there's no positioning sensors on the bottom, so the wind this produces, which is quite a bit because these are brushless motors and they are big props, will cause the drone to bounce around from wall to wall and all over the place. And if you get it down low to the ground, the wind is going to push it all over the place. So you really have to control it with the joystick. For that reason, for indoor flight on a GPS drone, there are no prop guards, so I'm going to have to give it a, well, I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. As you get better flying drones, this is very easy to control indoors, but you need a larger space. But if you're new, you're probably going to smash this into a wall or something. So keep that in mind before you try it. All right, back to the video. It's my car over there. Oh, hope the Osmo doesn't blow off with all this wind blowing. Am I even in the picture? Hey, get me, Osmo. All right. So hope you enjoyed this review of this really cool JJRC X8 drone. I will say it is one of my favorites. This model of drone is really good. The only negative I have is the camera's not movable, But I'm hoping the video came out really good, because they did say they improved it on this drone, so hopefully it's a nice video shot. And yeah, I was surprised out in the cold here. I actually got about 15 minutes of flight time. You're supposed to get 18. In the summer, I'd probably get 18. So all in all, a really good drone. I'm going to put a link below to where you can find this drone, and it might be at a good price right now. If you pick one up, you can pick it up with 1 battery, 2 batteries, or 3 batteries, or a case. Depends how much you want to pay. Anyways, these are probably one of the better value drones on the market for the price. So if you enjoyed this video, let me do this like I always do. Give it a thumbs up, because I love thumbs up, and I'll catch you in the next drone review video. Take care.